Welcome everybody to Dr. Cush's Exotic Drinks. I'm Dr. Cush. What am I doing with an empty bottle? What am I doing with an empty bottle? What are these? We are here today to make a large format cocktail that we are going to be milk washing. Why, oh why would you ever put milk into a cocktail, you ask? Well, in fact, we're putting milk into it so that we can take it out. That is the whole plan for what we're doing. It's a technique called milk washing. It was meant to make large format punches that would be shelf stable. When we use the whey and the curds and whey, Little Miss Muffet's favorite stuff, you're able to attach the curds to all of the stuff that will oxidize, that will go bad, and then you're able to rip it out by a filtering process that we're going to show you, and then it makes this a shelf stable drink. So if you are planning on having a drink that is going to just sort of sit around your house for some amount of time, I recommend at least trying a milk wash. So we're going to take Tiki's favorite son, the Mai Tai. We are going to milk wash the Mai Tai. I have some tips. I have some tricks. I have all kinds of stuff. And we can certainly get into a fight about the rums that I choose. Did you ask for anything else? I don't think so. So that's what we're doing. We're going to be making it in this bottle, this dead bottle of Bacardi. We have drank through this bottle of Bacardi and we are giving it a second life. Yes, there are easier ways to do this. No, I will not be doing those easier ways because my wife will not let me have any more bar stuff, and getting a bunch of those big plastic tubs is not in the space that we have. We just don't have enough space. So let's get into it. It is pretty simple to large format your cocktails. If you know anything about using Microsoft Office, or I use one called Open Office. Open Office, they have a program in there called Calc. Literally, I just say how much is in a drink and then how much of these ingredients. If I make it like this, how much of these ingredients do I need to expand it out to? I've had this little algorithm going for years and years and years. It's very, very simple. But, oh, sorry, Bootopia. I could not get, we'll try one more time right here. Good to see you, Bootopia. I could not get the stupid comments to work over there. We're going to try once more, and then we are going to end it. Okay, we're going to sign in here, and then we're going to, I have no idea. Okay, yeah, not gonna work. Sorry, Bootopia, glad to have you here. Okay, so let's get into it. Now, I'll be making some odd choices, I think, to some of you. I think you will be a little awed out by what I am about to do, but name of the game, name of the game. I'm here as an expert, and so I gotta do some expert stuff, right? So we're gonna start over here with our good friend lime juice. Now this is real, actual lime juice. You don't have to use fresh lime juice. You can, of course, and we will be using some of the pseudo juice. There it is. Since Kyle's not here, I don't know what I have and what I don't have. We will be using some pseudo juice, but this is the lime juice left over from when we made pseudo juice. We don't want to waste all that lime on the outside or on the inside of the lime. When we're making pseudo juice, we only want the stuff on the outside. For this, we can also use the stuff on the inside, and that's what we're doing. And this stuff will go bad eventually. And that's not what we want. So we're going to start off here. I have my thing right here. Oh, okay. So we're going to start off with 3 cups of some. We'll do it in the big one so we can all see what we're doing. I have 2 different measuring cups in here. I mean, I don't want to brag or anything. I'm doing very well. I'm doing very, very well for myself. Okay. This is pseudo juice. So this is our much larger IKEA business. We're going to go to 3 cups of lime juice. Yes. We are making a lot more pseudo juice as we speak. So let's just get this up to, oh, we're gonna run out of room. Didn't even think about how much room I have. Either way, 3 cups. Going right in here. That's 1 cup left. We're going to do 2 cups. We're going to drop everything down a little bit because this is going to get scary how close I'm going to get to the top here in a minute. We'll add that back here. in a bit. We're going to adjust our ratios real quick. Hold on. Adjust our ratios. So what have I done with it? Oh, this. I need this. This is what it's all about. Okay. We're also going to be putting in a little less than, oh Lord. Do I have it right here? Hold on. We're missing something. Oh, here it is. We're gonna go ahead and put in, now I know you guys are gonna be upset with me for some of this. I get it. We're gonna be putting in some orange liqueur. Now, what kind of orange liqueur would go into a Mai Tai? I will tell you. Orange Curacao. Absolutely. That's what we want to put in here. That's the way to do it. That's not what we're putting in here today. Instead, we're going to go ahead and put in our De Kuyper Triple Sec. Now, why would we do that? Why, oh why? Well, we are going to be milk washing this. Now, if you want to make this and not milk wash it, I would recommend that you put in a orange Curacao. Makes the drink more rich, makes it more full. That is what you want in that. So that's not what we're doing though. Because we're gonna be clarifying it anyway, a lot of the stuff that we would take out of orange Curacao, a lot of the stuff that would make orange Curacao the proper choice for this is the stuff we're gonna be ripping out of it in order to make this into a milk wash. So instead, we're doing triple sec. Plus, it's already clear, so it's less for the stuff to do. So we're gonna go ahead and put in 2 cups. A little less than 2 cups, actually. There we go. Like 1.75 cups of triple sec. And as Chuck says, Grand Marnier is too sweet. Grand Marnier is very sweet. Triple sec is, sec means dry. It's a French word. They will say, oh my goodness, it is too sec out here. We're gonna run out of room. I did not figure that out. Okay, it's fine. It's fine. We'll just add it all together later. I think I have other bottles in here. Good. Okay. Yeah, Cointreau is also a very good choice there for you, Chuck. If you want to put in Cointreau, that's great. I do think that you will be making, you'll be just sort of wasting a couple bucks, right? Cointreau is certainly more expensive than triple sec, and since we're going to be muting a lot of flavors in this, it doesn't really matter. So, but you do you. I'm not going to tell you what not to do. All right. Oh, Kyle, why did you have to pick today to be gone? I have a bottle of Falernum that's I don't have anymore. Oh, I got a big one. Oh, it's right here. Good. Phew. Found it. This is Falernum. These are 2 velvet Falernums. They were made months and months apart, probably maybe almost a year apart. Nah, it can't be right. But this is velvet Falernum. All it is a Falernum recipe. Falernum, of course, we all know what Falernum is. Falernum is an almond and lime and allspice. It's a lot of different flavors. Star anise. It is that kind of mixture. Usually, if you make it at home, it is going to come out being very dark, very opaque. We don't want that. I don't want that to begin with because it also makes it last less long. When there are things that float in it, it makes it last less long. So we have velveted it. We have already milk washed this. So we're going to be done. This poor Falernum is going to be very familiar with milk here any minute. We're going to get rid of our old one here. We're going to go ahead and put in because now I just have to figure this out. We're going to be putting in a little less than a cup and a half of our Falernum. We're going to be mixing these Falernums. Let's see if we get any separation or if they're about the same bricks. Oh, they look about the same. Yeah. Yeah, okay. Good. There we go. Now, instead of putting in orgeat, which would be a good thing to put in here, because that's what goes into a Mai Tai. I know that. It's something I know. But because we're going to be filtering it out anyway, we want something that is similar to orgeat, but is a little thinner. So we're going to go ahead and throw our Falernum into here. Looking good. Cool. We are really, really going. I see that Kyle's lawyer is here. Is that credits? No, that is answers. Yes. Good to see you, Kyle's lawyer. Yeah, what a day to ask for Kyle getting a raise. Kyle is not here. Should get deducted. Should be able to take some money away from him. I think Kyle might owe me a couple bucks. That's just me. You know, I'm just an old school guy who believes in a solid day's work. Not Kyle. I'm off on a mission doing something. Okay, next. All right. Let's fight about this. Can we for a minute? I know what makes a good Mai Tai is good rum. I did some research, all right? I went to a place called Total Wine, and I did some research right there on my phone. And I asked them, what do you think of Navy Bay rum? Google was mixed. Very mixed. Some people say, oh my goodness, for the price, what a steal. Some people said, oh my God, it's like licking the underside of a car after a 20-mile ride through downtown Los Angeles. Okay, so mixed, right? A little mixed. The good news is all of the reviews that I read about this, and clearly I've had some, say that the big problem with this is its aftertaste. Oh, if you have it by itself, the aftertaste is awful. Black, 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 black. Well, the good news is part of the stuff that we're going to be ripping out of this is going to be the aftertaste anyway. So we're going to use the cheap stuff. That is how this is going to go. Total Wine, know nothing about. Yes, I did not. I did not ask anybody at Total Wine. Chuck, don't worry about it. There's a meme about Ron Swanson, who's from a great show called Parks and Recreations, where he's walking through a Home Depot and somebody comes up to him and says, is there anything I can help you with? And he turns to him and says, I know more than you do. That's a little bit about how I feel sometimes walking through Total Wine. Some of them know. Some of them know. Not all of them know. We're going to go ahead and put in 3.5 cups of some of this Navy Bay rum. We are going to not be here all day. We're going to take off this little top. There we go. 3.5. We're going to be putting in 3 cups. That's right, because I had to, at the last seconds, change all of my adjustments. There we go. Dump this in here. This is 2 cups. And we will add the last cup, or the last ingredients to it when we are ready for it at the last minute. Boop, 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 boop. There's 1 cup, or 2 cups. We're going into a little extra. We'll go until it's topped off. Great. We need to use this again. All right, so that is that. This thing versus what I would have paid for a bottle of Myers, which would have been a good rum in here, or a bottle of Appleton, which I would have been in here. This ends up being a much cheaper thing. Now, if you are just going to make this so that you can drink it directly from this, not a great plan. You want your rums to be big and bold and delicious. This, however, is going to be milk washed. How many times can I say it? I'm going to keep saying it because that's the theme of the show. All right. We got this. We're also going to be putting in 3 ounces, probably a little less than 3 ounces now, of some Bacardi rum. Just a bit of the old school Bacardi rum. Again, anything that we would spend to find a more substantial rum will be somewhat muted when we do the MWing, right? I'm not going to say milk washing anymore. All right, let's get this going. So, oh yeah, I got it right here. Got it right here. Here is a very special bowl to me. This is a bowl. It's washed. It's not, there's no big peat in it or anything. This is my milk washing bowl. So we're gonna milk wash in this bowl. It's a big blue bowl. I'm always asking my wife, have you seen the big blue bowl? She knows what I'm talking about because she knows I'm about to get into milk washing. So to milk wash, we need milk. This This is the stuff I like. It just says milk. There's no percentages. There's no nothing. Organic doesn't matter as much to me, but I do think just the milk part. So get a nice whole milk for you. We're gonna be putting in the same amount of milk as we put in of the citrus. What we're looking for is about 20%. The same way that we would want to dilute a cocktail is the same way, the same amounts that we want to put in the milk. So we're gonna be putting in about 2 cups of milk because we had to adjust everything at the last second. So there we go. Excellent. We're putting the milk in first. That is the important part, is to put the milk in first. You want to pour your acid into your base. We just talked about this on the last show, but if you didn't watch the last show, I get it. Now you know a little bit about it. All right, then we're gonna take this. I've never had bad Jamaican rum. Some is meh, but never bad. Yeah, that was my thought on the Navy Bay. It really isn't bad with a little lime, a little sugar. Makes me pretty happy to do that. All right, we're gonna pour this all in. Pouring this nice and slow. Oh, let's pouring it in cam. Is this working? Yes, yes. Reach across here. Here we go, pour it in cam. We're looking for big curds, and I see them. I see them. Great. So we have these big old curds right in here. That is the idea that we want. All that's in here. Now, since I ran out of room in my other little thing, is that ripped? I don't know. We're also going to be putting in, let's move this out of here. We're also going to be putting in our light rum. So we're going to be doing a little less than 2 cups of our light rum here. There we go. Oh yeah, that's it. That's what we want. Now don't drink this. Don't drink that. All right? Don't do it. It's not worth it. You gotta love yourself more than that. Move this here. And then we begin the clarification process. Again, I know that we've been doing a lot of clarification recently, and I hear you. I'm with you. I'm gonna write this show some letters. No more clarification, please. But it is important, and we're doing it anyway, so let's get going. These are my tools that I use for clarification. Let's get this out of here. It is an old pour over coffee mug or coffee cup thing. This is just a jar. We're gonna need to do a few of these. And then just the Costco brand paper towels. I've been clarifying things for years and years and years. Oh, that's the one problem that I have with it. I ripped it. We'll use those for something else. I've been using these for years and years and years, and they are the best thing that I've ever found for clarifying. I don't know what the science is behind that, but they clarify super well, and I have never, ever had an issue. We'll just use one. There we go. We'll use one there. I'm just gonna stick this in. Make sure that there are let's bring in no holes cam right here. Just make sure that there are no holes. Fold the paper towel right there. Don't worry if it's popping up a little bit. As soon as you put water into it, it'll go, but fold all these so that none of the milk can sort of get in to this. Great, cool. Let's begin. Now, we want, yes, curds. Oh gosh, I gotta move this. Gotta get to my little clicker. Yes, curds. We want curds in here. We don't want any curds getting through. That's right. Jamaica has a GI for their rums. Some of it says Jamaica rum on it as opposed to product of Jamaica. Yeah, it's got to say, if it says Jamaica rum or Jamaican rum, it has a GI, which is a geographic indicator. let you know that Jamaica has approved this rum. We're gonna do something a little different than what I have set up here. We're going to set up a second cup. I'm gonna put this down. Kyle will kill me. Get out of there. There we go, one-handed. Old one-handed McGee. We're gonna start this over here. So now we have a little cup over here. This is just to start the curding. We gotta have the curds going. The first bits of your milk punch will always come out looking very, very cloudy. Don't worry about that. All right. The cloudy part is the curds finding their way. It is they have a purpose in life, and their purpose in life is to help us to filter. So once you start to see that the part on top gets a little clearer, then you should be good. And I highly recommend, if you are doing this, to oh my God, we are running so late. I highly recommend that if you're going to do it like I'm doing it from a bowl, you want to get all the curds from the bottom. You don't want the floaty clear stuff on top for the beginning. So we're just going to pour this right in here. There we go, until those curds create their little filter. Move this here, and there we go. Now, we are, yes, thank you, Tim, finding their way. It's clever. I mean, it didn't make me like chuckle, but it's very clever. It's very, very clever. It did make me chuckle a little bit. Okay, listen, this show cannot be an overnight show. I keep promising one day we're going to do a, they call them subscribe-a-thons, where I will do a show for 14 hours. That will happen eventually. I just, I got to catch up on sleep to begin with. But as we go, we can see that this is a little cloudy here, but as it drips, I can tell that we have got to the place where we can probably drop this up here and go from here. This will take probably overnight to get completely clarified, clarify this entire thing. On the sides of the paper towels, of the paper towel, will be a huge slush, a huge like muck of curd. We don't want to eat that. I suppose, if we really think about it, it's just cheese. It is just cheese. But we still don't want to eat it. All right, so don't eat that right now. Let me do some research into it about whether you can eat it. What's the advantage of clarifying the punch? If you said it earlier, I missed it. Yeah, listen, I got some time. Clarification makes it shelf stable. That is one. Yes, Bootopia, it softens the flavor. That's two. It makes it clear. I don't know if that's an advantage or a disadvantage, but I do like a clear drink. I do like when a drink that I know as a like a bright green, a drink that looks like Mai Tai, like a milky white green situation, comes out and it's completely clear. That's another thing. But yes, I think the main two things are it makes it shelf stable so that you can have this sort of ready to go at any point. You don't need to put it in your refrigerator. It also dilutes it without adding any of the water, because now instead of adding water, you're adding whey, right? Some people think that that's great. Some people don't like the sort of milky coatedness that a clarified drink can give you. So yeah, instead of water, whey. Instead of harsh notes, you can get these other big notes, and instead of so the rest of it. Yes, restate the recipe to summarize. Oh my goodness. Okay. In a parts flavor. You know what we're going to do? I didn't do this, and I think I do want to do it now. I almost didn't do it, and now I am going to do it. We're going to take some of this almond extract. We're going to throw just a little bit of this in here. Oh, put it over here. Throw just a little bit of this in here. The almond extract will give us, since we're losing some of the almond for... since we're losing some of the almonds that we would get in the orgeat, we're gonna add a little bit of that. And then I do want to add just a little bit of vanilla because that stuff is delicious. So we're just gonna add a little bit of that. You can usually add that to the milk. You can flavor your milk a little bit. That's a good way to do it. But it's all gonna find itself in the mix. Here we go. You can start to see This is a very clear drink. Despite the fact that we used a very, very dark rum, we are getting a pretty light cocktail. Bacon Fat is a great band name. Couldn't agree more. Yes. Okay. Restate the recipe. All right, let's do it. Okay, so I'll do it like this because this is the easiest way for me to do it. If you are making this for about 20 people, all right, for about 20 to 25 people, you're going to be putting in 2 cups of rum, okay? 2 cups of dark rum, 2 cups of light rum. That's important. So 4 ounces right there. You're going to be putting in 1.5 cups of lime juice, 1.5 cups of your triple sec, 1 cup of orgeat, but we switch it out. We put in falernum. So then 1 cup of falernum, and then it is going to be 1.5 cups of milk, but you're going to pour your drink into the milk, and you're going to let that sift through. And then we start to see, this is what the curds are doing here. Let's just bring in the curds. We can start to see that all of this is curd up here, and that is going to help with the filtering, right? So that is that. And then if you want, you don't have to, if you want to add a little bit of vanilla, some vanilla extract to it, or if you want to add a little bit of almond extract to make up for some of the almonds you were losing in the orgeat to make sure that your Mai Tai tastes like an almond Mai Tai, add that into the milk, stir that up, or add it in like I did here. And that's what we got. So all we did really was make a Mai Tai. We replaced the ounces with cups to make for about 24 people. So we replaced the ounces with cups, and then we added, instead of adding water to this, we add the same amount of water, of milk that we would add water, which is about 20%, about the same amount as you would put in for your lime. So that is what we got. Vanilla powder is great to add to drinks. Listen, I totally agree. I don't have a powderer. Got to figure it out. Missed the lime juice amount. 1.5 cups. 1.5 cups. 1.5 cups of lime, 1.5 cups of milk. Whew. That's that. I have to get back to other things. I'm very excited to see all of you at Tiki Oasis, Arizona. Again, we will not have a show this Thursday. That just seems like that would be a crazy, crazy thing. Okay, this is a good question. If you're lactose intolerant, does it still cause a mudslide emergency? Frank, I don't think so. All right? This is my thought. I don't know. I am not a doctor, despite what this thing says right here. A doctor is something you can just call yourself. Turns out nobody cares. So I don't know. But I do believe that the curds are the issue when it comes to lactose intolerance. I don't believe it is the whey. I don't know. I know that people that are lactose intolerant don't eat cheese, right? Because that's just the curds of it. I don't think that people that are lactose intolerant, and again, I don't know. I don't know. I don't think that that's the issue. Now, please, yes, Kyle's lawyer. Thank you, Kyle's lawyer. Kyle's lawyer here says, do coconut milk. And that is also a great way to do it. Or else, especially for a Mai Tai, do almond milk. All of them will curdle up, some more than others. Some more than others. I do the milk because I don't have an issue with milk, but I don't think that this should be an issue. But I don't know. Not a doctor. Okay, that's what I got. Oh my gosh, we have to get out of here. Let's see.
I don't know anything.
I don't know anything. Remember this.
I don't know.
I don't know. Okay, I don't know. I don't know what any of this is. I'm just a baby. Okay, I'm just a baby. I don't know.
I don't know anything.
I don't know anything. That's what I got. Yeah, don't forget the mint. We'll put the mint in when we make it. Until next time, guys. I will see most of you. I'll see a lot of you at Tiki Oasis. No show on Thursday. We will have a big extravaganza on Saturday. For those of you that are planning to come to the meeting of the Cushies on Friday at 5 p.m., I'll see you there. But we'll see Friday day, Friday evening, and then Saturday evening. You don't have to come to everything. You can just go and enjoy this place. It's just me. Okay. Thank you guys so much for tuning up to Dr. Cush's Got a Tree Time, Dr. Cush. And just reminding you, I'm just a baby.
I don't know.
And I don't know.
I don't know anything.
I don't know anything. I don't know what to do. And I don't know what to do. Okay, guys. Bye.
I don't know anything.
I don't know. I don't know.
Well, maybe. Suddenly, pineapple.
Can you guys hear me? I think you can. That's the problem with this new system that I have. I can talk afterwards. I gotta remember to keep my big mouth shut.
I know.
Bye! Bye! Are you Dr. Jinga Janga?